voters in Pune demand repolling, complaining about missing names in voter list. And Santa Cruz Chembur Link Road opens for Mumbaikars, all set to reduce traffic woes in the city. Thank you, Mark, and good evening and welcome to Metro Scan from Mumbai. And now let's see the news in detail. Yesterday, many names were missing from the voters list in Kothurud constituency of Pune region. Rashtriya Samaj Party's candidate Mahadev Jankar from Baramati constituency found that his party symbol was missing from the electronic voting machine, and he blamed the ruling party for this mishap. People who didn't get the chance to vote and complained to the district election officer that they should be allowed to vote. Voters in the Pune Lok Sabha constituency yesterday were not permitted to vote as their names were missing from the voter list. In a reply to this complaint from the citizen, Collector Saurabh Rao said that it was the individual's duty to check for their names before the 15th March. Similarly, director and producer Amol Palekar and renowned Marathi music composer Salil Kulkarni weren't allowed to vote as their names were also missing from this list.
आम्ही जो लोक टॅक्स भरतो एवढा कष्ट करून तर आम्ही आमचा पैसा कोणी वापरायचा हे आम्ही ठरवणार आणि हे आमच्या हातात असायला पाहिजे. आम्ही मतदान कोणाला करायचं, पण आमची नावं असली तर आम्ही मतदान करू शकणार. सुशिक्षित आहेत, आम्हाला कळतंय कोणाला मतदान करायचंय.
And the city is observing Good Friday today. Christians, through prayers or by reading the Holy Bible, remember the sacrifice of Jesus for the sake of the humankind. Our correspondent was present at Don Bosco Church in Mumbai at the time of Station of Cross.
Today is Good Friday, the day when Jesus Christ, the Savior, gave up his life for the people and for the world. Churches across the city pray Stations of the Cross, which is remembering each act how Jesus was crucified. We have with us Father Ian, who would be explaining us how the day should be observed. Father, what is the message for human beings?
The message for humankind today is that the suffering of Christ is not suffering that took place 2000 years ago. The suffering of Christ takes place even today. And that gives us the reason to believe that even though we suffer today, we know that our suffering has meaning. And all we can do while we live this life, this one life that each one of us is given, is to try to relieve the sufferings of one another. Christ's message is only that. When he said, love one another as I have loved you, and he said, greater love has no man than to lay down his life for his friends. That's what we, not only as Christians, but that's what we as individuals, human beings, have got to do for one another. Not because we are Christian, but because we are human. That's the bond that binds each of us to one another. That as human beings, we've got to relieve the sufferings of one another. We've got to make less the sufferings that exist. Sufferings go on till the end of time. But our role in this world, while we are here, is to make sure that we can relieve a little bit of suffering of someone around us. Each day. And you will watch, when we do that, our sufferings are relieved. God's way of doing this is so amazing. He tells us that when you relieve the suffering on others, your sufferings automatically get bearable and gradually disappear. And I wish that all of us who celebrate this Good Friday know how good this Good Friday is when we make it more comfortable for one another. God love you all.
Making it comfortable for one another. This is the message from Father Ian. Processions would be carried out across the city, wherein people would be enacting the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Now the message really is not to be jealous. You should leave betrayal, not to betray anybody, and you should always leave ingratitude. With camera person Vineet, this is Shama Mishra for DD News, Mumbai.
And the Santa Cruz Chembur Link Road was today finally thrown open for Mumbaikars that will act as a catalyst in connecting the city's western suburb to the eastern suburb. There was no official inauguration of the flyover as the model code of conduct is in effect. The flyover will act as a bridge in reducing the travel time between the eastern and western suburb. More in this report.
Just 1 week ahead before Mumbai goes to polls on the 24th of April, Mumbaikars have yet another choice of rejoicing because from now on they will be able to travel quickly between the eastern and western suburbs. Connecting the eastern suburb of Mumbai with the western suburbs is one of the major pending demands of Mumbaikars, as the only mode of swift transport available to them is the local train. Establishing east-west connectivity between the suburbs of Mumbai, this new Santa Cruz-Chembur link road comes in as a boon, as it is all set to ease traffic problems in the city's some of the busiest places like the Kalanagar junction on the Western Express Highway and the Amar Mahal junction on the Eastern Express Highway. This is the country's first double-decker flyover spanning 6.5 kilometers, the aerial view of which looks something like this. As you can see right behind me, this is the first double-decker bridge of India that was commissioned in 2003 and was expected to be completed by 2005. However, due to red tapeism and rehabilitation issues, the project got delayed by 11 times. The upper deck of the flyover will connect Santa Cruz on the Western Express Highway and Chembur on the Eastern Express Highway. Similarly, the lower deck will provide connectivity between Lokmanya Tilak Terminus and Kulla Dairy in Nehru Nagar on the Eastern Express Highway to Kalina on the Western Express Highway. The initial cost of the project was 115 crore rupees in 2003, which now stood at a whopping 435 crore rupees. This has been quite an embarrassment for the city, as the World Bank, which supported the project, termed it as the world's most delayed road project. With the Santa Cruz-Chembur link road, the travelling time between the eastern and western suburbs of Mumbai will hardly take 15 to 20 minutes, which was earlier 60 to 90 minutes. With camera person Sagar, this is Sumit Roy for DD News.
The new premises of the Cooperative Court and a Cooperative Appellate Court was inaugurated by Chief Justice of Bombay High Court Mohit Shah at the Old Custom House in Mumbai recently. Expressing great happiness that both courts were operative under the same roof, the Chief Justice mentioned that this was a result of joint efforts. Shah also pointed out that a number of new commercials and residential constructions meant for lawyers and judges were in the pipeline. He acknowledged that the help given by the government of Maharashtra and the public work departments, which he had said enabled to expedite the provision of the new courts. Shah also gave credit to the President of the Maharashtra State Cooperative Appellate Court, Shashikant Savle, for pursuing the development till its inception. Members of the Bar Association along with prominent dignitaries in the legal field were also present at the event.
We have also constructed 123 residential quarters for judges and another 250 are in the process of construction. So almost 400 quarters for the judges and 660 court halls. We have also sent proposal to the government for another 160 court halls and 225 quarters.
The 9th Dian Mould International Exhibition was inaugurated by former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, in the city. While addressing the seminar, Kalam said that Dian Mould is a vibrant industry and will help for development of the nation. For the year 2020, Kalam also gave the vision that the industry should aspire to grow from the present 17,000 crore to 35,000 crore. P.N. Sundranath, Executive Director of TAGMA, said that the presence of the Abdul Kalam has boosted up the India's tooling industry and will lead to emergence of young entrepreneurs and develop latest technology integrate with the world.
Indian mold industry, if you see today, there is a deficient in capacity. The commercial tool rooms in our country is catering only 45% of the demands of the industry.
Without die mold, you cannot manufacture anything. That is 100% sure. Yeah. Trained people are less available. Demand is more, and trained people they don't work for a long time. They leave and go. That is one of the sections. You know? And second is, return on investment is very poor. See, this is an industry which will never die.
And that's all we had in this chance of the Metro Scan. We'll be back on Monday evening with some more latest update. Till then, goodbye. It's back to you, Mark.
Thanks very much, Shashiv. That's it then on Metro Scan for today. Thanks very much for watching us. Namaskar.